Okay, hey, all right. So here we are, minute before 5. That's always good to be on time or a little earlier. Welcome back. Hope you guys had a great weekend. It feels good to be back. I'm excited for this week here on the Outreach. I'm excited for everything that's been happening on the Outreach. This has been an insane ride. I wanted to shout out to my boy Paul Simon. This is such a worthy VHS. If you can find that live performance is insane. We started the first couple episodes just playing this as the intro music. It was kind of nice. It helped me keep my calm because in the beginning couple days there was just technological blowouts, if you will. Each and every different way it could happen. But that's kind of something I wanted to talk on, which was how this all started. I think this is the beginning of the 4th week for the Outreach, which is pretty insane. That's a full month. This is my VHS collection. It started with that, and this is the TV that I have, and I've always watched these movies on. So this was set up in the garage, and then because of the lockdown with Corona, I thought it'd be really cool to share this with friends to see. We all can't hang out together because we're inside of our houses, and it felt like a really cool way to bring people together to celebrate surfing. And then over, I would say, the first week I started to realize that connecting with people who were in the movies, who made the movies, was this crazy, insightful pearl of wisdom, if you will. And that's what I started to go towards, which was not just showing the movies, but then allowing myself and the viewers to learn about the time in surfing history, the insight from these people, the stories of the cinematographers, and that kind of brings us to today, which I had a really cool phone call with a person named Derek Hoffman. And that is why this show actually rocks, because it connects you to the surf world, which a lot of people think is quite large, but it is not. It is still completely homegrown, and people will find a way to reach out to each other and stay in touch. So I wanted to celebrate. Today's showing will be the Feral Kingdom, which he gave us permission to show. He was all stoked. He said he filmed some of the search with Sonny Miller, and when Sonny passed, they were really good friends. So he went and secured the vault footage of Sonny's, and he's keeping that, and he's actually figuring out a way to be able to share it into the future. So he said, standing by on that. If I get any more information of that, I'm for sure passing along to you guys, because I think that's really cool, super important for everyone to kind of be connected to these films that basically could change your life or sort of already have changed my life. And it was funny because we were laughing. My first day was just this grommy production of Searching for Tom Curran. And he said that's going to be the first one that they release. And I was like, man, that's honestly the holy grail. Like the combo of Sonny Miller, Tom Curran together making that. And that is actually one of the search movies, which today we'll dive in a little bit. We're going to catch up with Hoggy and hear all of his insights. But this came to me because my VHS of Feral Kingdom got completely blown out in this guy. That's why I bought this guy. And I talked to Matt Myers, Red Van Chronicles from the Underground, works at Rip Curl, and he sent me this. I don't think this is available, but it's a DVD of every single search movie ever made. Search 1, Search 2, Beyond the Boundaries, Feral Kingdom, Searching for Tom Curran, Intervisions. This rocks. This is gold to me. And I don't know, it's just a really rad time in surfing where it was all about just getting lost and enjoying the trip with the crew you're with. And Feral Kingdom is such a great example of that. That boat trip has so many interesting stories about it. The one I'm talking about with Boris, Neko, Hank Mills, Hogg, I think Duma's on that one. I want to say Dave was on that one. And so I reached out to Hoggy. He's been tuning in. He's actually been liking on this Outreach podcast or whatever it is. And he was all fired up to talk about Feral Kingdom. So that is absolutely perfect. But I do want to say that the purpose of the show is to kind of, I guess my goal of it would be these conversations are moments in culture for surfing. And so to keep the records, these are all on my YouTube, because I think as we move forward, we need to come back into why we started as surfers in surfing, and that is such a pure moment in time, and it's now becoming this global non-endemic thing, but I think it's just a really cool moment to slow everything down. Obviously we're inside of our houses on lockdown and realize that. So I'll get off my chair here in a minute. I always do this. I get so frothy. Nathan Hedge literally needs no intro. If you're watching the show, you already know about him. Hedgehog, the froth master, always been the coolest dude ever. We first met him when I was like 10 years old. He would always come for the lowers events, be the first guy in the water, and that's when we would surf before school. And we'd be coming down, and he would be biking out of the trail at lowers probably around 6:30. And I never actually asked him why he loves dawn patrols so much. But today, of course, we're gonna have some time to catch up with the legend. So, what I'm gonna do, without further ado, we're gonna go for the Instagram Live effect on this because he was stoked on that with Kelly's, which is really cool. That's on the YouTube channel. Not to keep plugging that, but you should really check that out. So here we go. Okay. So I'm now live. So I'm gonna go search for Huggy. Searching for Huggy. You know what? I'm gonna text him too, and I'll let him know. Okay, here we go. Texting him. This is super fun. It's actually really cool. The last time though that this was happening with Kelly, we had a couple service breaks, and it kind of showed how grommy I am with technology. And let's see, Huggy, I'm live. Let's do this. Yes. And but it's cool. Like, we're all learning. I mean, we got nothing but time, so it's kind of a really special moment to be able to learn about things that are new. Oh yes. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Go live with H2O Hog. Oh my gosh. Am I? We're waiting. Whoa! Hold the phone here. Let me.
Are we on?
Dude.
Oh, the king of positive Black Warriors profits.
Dude, I love it because I just never know if I'm gonna connect on that live or not, and it's like we got a hookup here.
Well, bro, this is my first time doing this, so I mean, I'm pretty frothy too. This worked out.
It's just as easy as a phone call, and you don't even really need anybody's numbers. It's kind of sick.
You got me nice and clear there, buddy.
Yeah, actually.
I've got a pretty rough head. I don't want anything too clear, but.
Dude, you're looking good. What's going on? Like, you look like you're younger than I am in this screen.
Yeah, well, it must be the screen.
Oh my gosh, is iPhone helping you out? It's taking years off your life?
I think so, but.
Dude, what? We're in your dojo right now, Hog. This is insane.
Yeah, I'm guessing. I mean, I just have to see here. I guess like most people, surfers, the man cave garage is I spend a lot of time here. Let's face it. You know, I got a couple of cool little spots, but I seem to find myself hanging out in here, pondering quite a bit. So it seems kind of fitting in here, and you're in your garage, I'm in mine.
I love it because that was actually the beginning of this journey to want to connect with the crew that loves the surf videos, because you sent us that text message where you're like, boys, I'm down here in the garage checking out these VHSs. Got us so fired up.
Yeah, no, it's sick, mate. I lost a lot of memorabilia in a flooded narrowband a couple of years back. Can you hear me okay, Tanner?
Yeah, we're perfect. Actually, this is really good.
Yeah, so I kind of got like just a few limited, memorabilia and videos and stuff that survived that. So it's kind of like I've got one crate full of stuff that I still kept. So it's pretty special.
What kind of stuff did you lose in it? Was it boards or was it more videos?
Well, it's just like
mags.
Growing up on the beaches, we had so many like events and it was like newspaper clippings, and my parents kept a lot of that stuff. And it's just, it just collects dust. It's just trophies that don't really mean much at the end of the day. But more sort of, I guess now that I'm a father, like the kid for my daughter, it's kind of a bummer,
Totally.
But anyways, it's I can always share the stories with her, and I guess if she wants to do some digging, she can find out some of the stuff that I achieved over my career and my life. So it's not the end of the world. You know what's
sick too is you're probably still achieving. Like, you're still going for it. I saw that clip that was from, what was that, the last swell that hit the Goldie?
Oh man, it was that good. I mean, it was kind of like, if you couldn't surf good at Snapper that day, there was something wrong with you,
Dude, come on.
It was so good.
That was a proper, like, 5-banger, upside down, 12 midnight. I mean, we were catching up on that.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, like, with what's going on in the world, there was everyone, all the talent was around. Like everyone who was anyone, getting ready for the tour for the first event, all the men, all the women. And then bummer, the event got cancelled, so everyone was there, still free surfing and going ham and just so fired up. Like 2 days before the event was going to start or something, and then it lined up with the cyclone, so it's just all the stars aligned, and the sand just came around, and the bank got so sick. I think like the last couple cyclones have been a bit big, so it actually blew the sand out of there. Like the last couple of years.
Okay. Yep.
But it was just the right size and just far enough off the coast that it just stayed like kind of overhead size, like 4 to 6 kind of.
Okay.
But it just sort of just pushed all the southerly sand around from like Fingalside and just groomed the bank. And I mean, I'm not the guy from Snapper or Kieran, and it's kind of new for me. I'm from Narrabeen, but guys like Bugs and MF and Joel would say, look, that sand at Marley hasn't been like that for a while. It got really freaking good.
I really wanted to ask you, because you're talking a lot about Narrabeen, because we had Tommy Carroll on the show, and he's Northern Beach guy. Simon Anderson, like, was that crew? That sounds like such a vault of legends coming out of that area. That would have been guys you were looking up to, yeah?
It was gnarly. I mean, my dad, thank him. I just started to learn to surf like up in Queensland, and then this recession hit, and he was a builder, and so we moved to Sydney. And anyway, to cut a long story short, I moved up to Narrabeen, and I just started getting surfing pretty good, like just starting as a grom, riding up to the beach every day. And then I got to Narrabeen first time, and there was just anyone who was anyone at that time was from that beach, so it was like such a depth of talent. Like, I mean, Duma Harden was right at the peak of his career right there, and like Chris Davo, the Fitzgerald brothers, Simon Anderson, the Bannister brothers, so many guys. And I mean, from the Northern Beaches, you got like 12, 13 Northern Beaches, and you had everyone from like Lane and Barton down at Manly to Potts was living out Whaley at the time. Had Barton, Potts, Tommy was at Newport Peak, Duma was at Narrabeen where I was from. So it was like, it was just nuts. Like,
so were you like, because Davo, is he from around the same area? Is he similar age to you?
Davison was from Narrabeen too. We were like thick as thieves together. He's like 2 years older than me, and he was just like a full-blown maniac. And I just wanted to, keep up with him. So like, he was the best guy to surf with, because he brought the energy every time. And he'd get pretty angry too. So he's like, it just lift, come from Narrabeen too, you want to paddle out and have that core group of guys, and when the surf was good, it was just like, it's like locals own the spot when it's on, and Davidson was the best.
Dude, who else was in the crew? Like, was it, because you became tight with Davo, but like at that time when you were growing up learning to surf, like who else was there kind of on your everyday surf crew?
Well, Benny Lawson, my mate, he was, he didn't follow the surfing route so much, but, I mean, Duma Harden was right there and then, and Davo. I don't know if you remember these guys like Denny Shallis and Richard Breeze.
No, but I want to.
The Fitzies were right there too, like Kai and Joel Fitz were some of the best power guys,
Joel Fitzgerald's section in Litmus, have you seen that where he's in Ireland? Oh my gosh.
And Kai, dude, that's sold out and that much style, and their dad was Terry Fitz, so it's in their DNA.
The Sultan.
CF too, like there was so much depth between Simon and Terry Fitz, and then some older guys now, like Blackie and some of the old salties that were, sort of just picking their times more so, like gentlemen's hour, they were getting a little more selective on times to surf when I started. There's Kidman brothers there too then, and they had a fair bit to do with Rip Curl in the days, and Tommy Carroll was frequent too. He'd trough down from Newport and come surf Narra. Always remember him just running over the dunes, and I'd just be like, just sort of that to like, you could tell his little size, you knew it was Tom, and I'd just get that excited.
But that's what I was so curious, because I mean, for a guy like Tom, he's pretty forthcoming with being very athletic and really, I mean, taking it pretty serious. Like, hey, like, I want to be ready to torque over a 7.6 when the situation is needing for that. But for you, I mean, you're from a froth DNA. Like, it's very, very unique, Hoggy, what you got going. Like, where did the inspiration start for that?
think it was my dad. My dad had so much passion and enthusiasm and energy. My dad was gnarly. He was just, like, when he wanted something, he went after it and he got it. You know, he was gnarly. He had a pretty short fuse. He used to snap pretty easy, but then he would come back around and it would be all done. But he had that energy, you know, so
dude,
I think I learned that from him, and it's in my blood. And yeah, he was just a super positive guy. Like, it just rubbed off on me, I guess, and I always just wanted to be like my dad. And you know, I really I feel like that's where it came from.
Dude, that's so proper. I would give anything to meet Papa Hog.
Yeah, and my mum too. You know, she's super positive lady and doesn't hold any grudges and just kind of, hey, let's get on with it kind of thing. And you know, we've all had our battles, but yeah, my mum and dad sort of showed me the way.
What's it like being a parent now?
Oh, it's the best. I love being a father. I mean, people would tell me before, it's going to be the best thing they've done. You know, it's sick and blah, 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 but it you know, it really is. I just love being a dad, and I think because I had that close relationship with my dad, and he passed away like 10 years ago or so now, so I kind of really, he was only 59, and like now I'm 40, so I really value being a parent, having, you know, this honor, and a lot of things have got to come together, you know, to be a parent. And so for me to have the privilege to be a father, you know, it's the best thing that I've ever been able to do.
I'm sure too, it's like you see a little bits of how you looked up to your dad as you're doing things, or you want to do things for your daughter. You're like, oh my God, I can't wait for this moment. Like, that was huge for me.
Exactly. I just want to show her how fun life can be, and just give her everything, and just give her permission to just froth on life, and just give her every opportunity I can, you know. And that's not like material things. It's just fun. I just want to be super present for her, you know, like just be there with her. And you know, even this time right now, it's been good because I've been able to slow down a little bit. And
yeah.
My job kind of meant that I was coming and going a little bit, and now I'm getting that consistent, you know, routine with her. I'm in a co-parenting setup right now, so it has its challenges. But the times that I have my daughter is just, I mean, they're my favorite days. I just love her so much, and we just have so much fun, and it's just an adventure every day. So
I loved. You sent me the shot of her in her wetsuit, and I was like, oh, dude, she's going to be such a little water baby.
She's awesome. I mean, at the moment where she's at, she's only 2.5, but she's kind of like laying up the front of my 890 Christiansons and just like in the creek and the river, and it's just all about fun, you know, spotting ducks and pelicans and fish, and she reckons she sees lobsters and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, cool. Lobsters, you know. It's just an adventure every time, and we get little waves, little ripples that come into the creek mouth. We kind of turn around and then just catch them into the deep water, and they just go out into nothing. And she's like, again.
Dude, that's so pure.
It's the best.
That's amazing, dude.
It's so much fun. I mean, the ocean, surfing is just, it's given me everything in my life, and just to be able to transfer some of that, you know, knowledge, and just to share the water with her. I mean, she may not end up liking surfing. She might be whatever she wants to do.
Yeah, for sure. And that's all good. I mean, that's the dream. It's just happiness, basically.
Exactly.
Dude, so I was watching...
for her, you know, as a dad, that's all I want.
I was watching today, and I had to watch the watermelon section again, and you're a Grammy in that. Is that before you were even on tour?
Oh, yeah, mate, I got pulled out of school. There's a section in one of the movies there where it's like, Sonny Miller came to my school and filmed the teacher, me asking, oh, can I get some takeaway homework? I don't know if you remember that bit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Dude, you're in a school uniform.
I asked my teacher permission to go on this trip, and I was meant to take homework away. I didn't, of course. And so yeah, I was wondering about the clock knowing we were going to have this chat, and I was trying to think what year it was, and I was 14.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it sort of started locally, a few little trips, but I remember Rip Curl ringing up my dad and saying, hey, we've got this search campaign going, and we want to invite Nathan. It was just like the most crazy news, you know, because I was like 13 or 14. I think I just turned 14. And the first trip that was mentioned was it's going to be a 28-day trip to the mental heights.
Such a proper one.
28 days is so like a whole month. I think they did like a few weeks or like 3 weeks before that as well, like beyond the boundaries, like that Arsu with Curran and that the big ride.
Okay.
They had a couple trips going. I was on the second one, so I had like their whole team kind of up there for a while, and so I heard about it, and then got invited to do the second leg of those trips up there, and being 13 or 14, I was 14. I don't think there could be any better news having your dad come down and say, hey, they want you to go on the surf, they want you to do this trip in a surf, order some boards, like, you're going to be surfing with Powley and Dummer and Damo and freaking Poncho and...
Dude, come on.
Frankie Overholder, like, it was just insane. And so, like, I was sponsored by Greg Clough at the time, and I just ordered about 8 boards or something, all with sprays, and it was off.
Dude, that's so proper. So then Sonny, wait, is that the same time where he came to your school? Or is that a different... Because I
think that was later on, maybe. I can't remember. Like I was saying, so many of the moves, I'm not sure which one came before the other. I'm not the best in that regard, but he definitely came to my school, and he must have been out of Australia one time and filmed it. But it was featured in the movie. It was pretty classic. I was in my school uniform for my time, because I went to like a Christian Brothers school. It was like, socks up and blazer on and all that stuff.
No, but that's what I remember specifically, because we went to public school, so you could wear whatever. So I would always remember being like, dude, Hedgie's in some gnarly private school or something. Like, what do you mean?
I went to the same school as my brother, so I think I just followed in his footsteps, and it was like all guys school and all girls school too. So it was like, get the afternoon bus, and then like all the girls from the girls' schools would come on the bus and be like,
oh yeah, all nervous and tripped out. Like,
school, so it was just all you could do was off on the surf, and that was about it.
how'd the watermelon come about? Like, what's the and two? Like, because you surf with a half watermelon on your head. Like, what was the scoop there?
It was just floating in the water. To be honest, we're surfing macaronis, and it's just back in the day, like 95, like there was no other boats there. The boat that we were on was the only boat there. Like, the English Trader was the only boat. It wasn't like, oh, let's go and dodge these guys, let's try and like beat the crowds, let's beat them there. There's none of that. It was like, we were the only boat. The whole freaking joint.
I can't even imagine that now. I never had any of that luxury, because you see like 10 boats on a spot sometimes now.
Yeah, no, that was it, we're kind of finding spots and pioneering, and I'm sure people have been up there surfing, speak to Tom and Martin Daly and that, but as far as charters go in that region, those first couple of trips, there was no one there. And like looking back on that now, it's just crazy. But yeah, the watermelon bit, I don't know if our cook or what, just over the side, or if someone in the village, but I found it and I was like, oh, it's kind of trying to be Tommy Carroll with a little helmet on or something. I don't know, it seemed like a good fit.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's genius. I never thought of that.
I didn't think too much of it, and so.
Hey, Hoggy, so we're having some people comment in here on something that I wanted to hit you up, because we talked to Mick, and when I hit him up on the like urban legend story that you actually paddled a kayak from Namotu on your birthday to Cloudbreak. Is that true?
So true. Oh man. Do you want the unedited version, or we gotta keep it like?
No, dude. We want give us as much as you can give us. Like, we want the real deal.
Listen, man. I was mid-20s, and every year for like around late May was the event in Fiji, and I used to stay in the Bure with Ock and Louis Egan. Pretty, nuts, goofy food.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and we used to love getting up early and surfing Cloudbreak. Ock was notorious. Like, before I came along, Ock was kind of like the early guy. He was up early, and I was always trying to like beat Ock out there, and he was the kind of guy that started it. And anyway, so like back then it was just for the event. You had Tabarua and Namotu there, and it was back when the laws were there. You couldn't surf Cloudbreak or you're on Tabby. So, but during the comp, it was all open. So we were trying to like beat the Tabarua guys out to Cloudbreak each morning as that contest. The like Tabby guys versus them.
Totally.
The supporters and the heat results and all that was going on. So it was kind of like this big thing about beating the Tabby guys out to Cloudbreak. And it was just through the event. I think I got knocked out, and I had a bit of a bee in my bonnet because Timmy Ray's got this inside west one, and he needed like a 6.5, and he got a 6.6 or something. It was a sick wave, but anyway, I was blowing up and I was pissed off, so I kind of had that energy about me through the afternoon.
You were fired up.
I got knocked out, and anyway, so I was trying to like soften the blow a bit and just at the bar with the boys and trying to get over it. And anyways, it was the 27th, and my birthday was the next day. So I started like through the afternoon as you have a few beers, some ideas.
Dude.
Started to become kind of like a good idea. They're not really the best, but in your head they're like a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was with Mac and I was like, Mac, I'm gonna go cloud break early. I'm gonna be the first one out there. Let's paddle out there, And then I just, as the afternoon and early evening went on, it's sort of the action, the plan got action.
So is Macca down? Like, is Macca hopping on board with you or what?
Macca was down. I mean, I kind of took a few people hostage to try and rope me to come, and so Macca was, always there for me, and he sort of tried to jump in this kayak with me, but we had way too many drinks. And we couldn't really sit in the canoe, right? And so we'd fly out and whatever, and we couldn't really get it together to get it going. And Macca's like, whatever, Hog, you're out of your mind, just go back to bed or whatever, we'll see you tomorrow. And I persisted, and anyways, I had a 610 with me, and I put the leash on the back of the canoe.
Yes.
Somehow on the way up, because I'm at Namotu, I got over the channel across to the back of restaurants. And it was like, I don't know, about half moon or something.
Okay.
So I just see the whitewater behind restaurants, and on the way over I fell out that many times. It's like a narrow canoe, like a fast one, And I was like jumping up and falling out that side, and then I jump up and fall out that side, and I was like, China. Because they're freaking hard to balance, like in broad daylight, sober.
Dude, yes, this is genius.
I had this mission. There's no way I was not going to get there. There was nothing going to stop me. Like I said, I was 25, just bulletproof, just running hot.
With a goal in mind. You were goal oriented.
Goal in mind. I had my birthday, as the goal to be out cloud break to surf that on my own, and hopefully that Ock and Luke would come out at some point and we'd have that session, for my birthday.
Yes.
And anyways, I kind of wind the clock forward a little bit. I went in behind Tabaroon and I got up to the tower, and it was kind of like mid-tide, I guess, because there's enough water for me to get to the tower, and I tied the canoe off at the front, and I climbed up the tower, and I tried to have some rest, because it was like about 3 in the morning this time, because I left the island about 10, and I got there about 3 in the morning. I had no water, no nothing, just me, the canoe, and my board.
I heard. Did you wrap yourself in a tarp up there, or like one of the contest tarps?
Huh?
Did you wrap yourself in like one of the contest tarps to sleep or something?
There was nothing. It was pretty warm, but there was like, I remember the judges had some like leftover Powerades and some Gatorade and stuff from the day judging that, and I was like, dehydrated. Anyway, it's now my birthday and whatever, but I woke up because the tide had come up more, and this white water's come under the tower and was slamming the front of the canoe up against the pylon.
Okay.
Got this big hole in the front and had waterlogged, and I went down to try and get it, and anyway, it was going away from the tower, so I had to let it go. So I couldn't, it was so heavy.
Yeah.
Right? So now it's just me and my board, I'm up the tower. Anyways, it got light, and light-ish because the sun comes up behind there, so I could kind of see the waves, so I just paddled out through the reef. It's probably about 4 or 5 feet. It wasn't 6 feet, it was pretty nice.
This is honestly one of the, this is a very great story, Hoggy. This is amazing. This is like so pure, what you're doing for the birthday surf.
I was solo, and it's a long way out there. Even when you're out there with the crew, you feel like it's a long way out there.
Yeah.
So, anyways, beautiful morning. The sunrise is there. It was so nice. I'm just out there in the moment, just loving it. So stoked. Just loving life. It was my birthday. I think it was like my 26th birthday or something. And,
Yes.
And yes, my board was a bit long, but it felt nice. It's on the 610, cruising through, no real big pits, but a couple, in the eye of it.
Yep.
Had a couple nice waves, and I'm sitting out there, and I look over to my right, and I can see this boat coming. I'm like, I hope that's Ock and Luke. And it is. It's just those two guys.
Oh, yes.
First boat, right? And they jump in the water and paddle over and just like, what the fuck? Oh, how did you get here?
That's the dream.
We were looking for you on the island. We couldn't find you anywhere. We thought you must have crashed out, like in the restaurant or, another beret, whatever. Like, we couldn't find you on the island. We were freaking out. And I'm like, yeah, we're here, boys.
Oh, how good was that moment?
We're so sick. So I'm out there with my idols, Locke and Luke, 26th birthday. So we probably surfed about half an hour on our own. And then the tabby boat came out. It was all really good, but unfortunately, when I got back to the island, they had found the canoe broken and submerged and underwater, and I was unaccounted for. No one could find me in the island. And so it's kind of like alarm bells were ringing, like, where's Hog? We found the canoe. He's not around. And no one would think that I'm
currently getting barreled off your gourd on your 610 with Luke and Ock.
It wasn't really what someone had done, so like when we get there we'd have to sign a waiver to kind of like say we wouldn't do silly stuff, right?
Yeah.
So there was implications and there was kind of ramifications, and I got a slap on the wrist. I was a naughty boy.
It's an urban legend story, dude. I've heard it so many different times, so many different ways. It's like, it's somehow like a crazy testament to your drive in your character of like, no, like because if anybody has noticed the distance from those islands to Cloudbreak, that's not like a jaunt across the Narrabeen Lake. Like, that's properly open ocean right there. I love it.
On your own at night too.
Pickled, kind of,
so,
maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that's in a nutshell. Kind of throughout my life, over the next 10 years, things got a little messy in that regard, the drinking stuff, but it shows, like you're saying, the passion and the enthusiasm and that drive to want to experience that surf and really savor the moment was shining through there,
But we were texting the other day, and you said you're
just looping back. We had Rabbit was the ASP director guy then, but he had to like get me around the corner and give me like a stern word of like, like this. But at the same time, he's like, yes, that's the biggest story, Hog.
That is legendary, Hog.
He was trying to go bad on me, but at the same time, I could tell how stoked he was. It was so classic. That's
genius. I mean, it's proper. But also, you were texting me the other day, and you were saying 8 years sober. Is that true? Is that what?
Yeah. I've been able to string together 8+ years now. I'm not a drinker or any drugs. I'm just.
Dude, that's huge. Congrats.
Yeah, turned my life around, buddy. It was it was a big deal for me, and maybe it's a chat for another time. But I'm open to chat about it. It's share my strength and hope. It was some crazy thing to get through, and I'm on the other side now. I'm 8 years sober.
I mean, honestly, I just think it's cool that you're an example of that drive, like literally taking that and being like, hey, I'm at Cloudbreak, but now it's also like, hey, I'm overcoming this. And I mean, 8 years, dude, that's insane. And you're fit and foiled, and like, we know that surfing you did on the Goldie that last fall was proper, so it looks like it's working.
Yeah. Well, I can talk about it for a long time, and, I'm passionate about that too, but I just think that essentially I was hurting myself and the people closest to me, and it meant I wasn't surfing. I was moving away from that connection in the ocean, and through getting sober and how I live now, it's all come back full circle, and I'm able to be a dad for my daughter, and I get to surf every day, so, I mean, that is such a gift.
That's cool. Are you riding any kind of different boards too? Like, or are you still just ripping the top off of the trusty thruster?
I kind of changed it up a little bit, but I think I want to go back to surfing hard and fast in the pocket, so I kind of go back to the thrust, my high performance. When I went off the tour, I kind of opened my mind up to surf some different stuff, more than not, generally, rather than smaller and like 20s, I kind of go for something longer.
Yeah, that's so rad. I love that.
So, free my mind up a bit through the summer months and on 20, but quiver-wise, I'm kind of more inclined to, if it's mushy, I want to go and surf something longer. No, that's just,
There's nothing like seeing you foiled out on a 6 forward power wrapping. I remember when you were on the QS, remember when you came back and you had those years of just like that J-Bay one specifically, where you had that random QS event at J-Bay. Whatever board you were riding there, that looked incredibly good.
Yeah, it was just actually, so I come back and I had zero sponsorship, and so I like Darren Hanley, I think through Mick or whatever, had lined me up with a few boards, which was really nice of him.
That's cool.
Not many, just like, I think I got 2 boards made, but we got them glass extra heavy for like the J-Bay wind, and put a bit more foam in them for like just the buoyancy. And far out, and they just worked so good out there.
You got a runner up, right, Hogs? Here, sorry about that. Sorry, Hoggy. I was just asking. You got a runner up at J-Bay, didn't you?
I still got you, brother?
Yeah, I'm still here. Sorry, I got a low battery, but that's okay.
Alright. What, hey, brother?
I was asking, didn't you get runner up at J-Bay?
I did. Yeah.
So that's you like on J-Bay.
Crazy run that year. Slater smashed me quite a few times, but it was only the one time I beat him, and that he was like right at he used to wear those white suits there, and that's when he was like right just gnarly at J-Bay, and the only one time that I beat him was in the quarters there, and I beat Parker that year, I beat Sonny, and it was a really special event because I just come back from dislocated shoulder. I was in the final in Tahiti.
Whoa, same year.
And I had, it was the next event.
Whoa.
I got the final in Tahiti and I dislocated my shoulder in the first 5 minutes. And then I had to skip Fiji and then J-Bay was the next event. So I did 6 weeks rehab on my shoulder, paddling in the lake. I didn't do surgery at that point. But my first event back was J-Bay. And I made it straight back to the final, the very next event after dislocated shoulder. It was crazy.
What was the headspace there? I mean, you must have been breathing fire. Like, shoulder injuries are gnarly.
It's nuts. I mean, my physio guy, Malcolm Brown, was in Sydney at the time. He just said, "Look, listen, man, when you get up on the podium, I want you to do a handstand for me." And I was like, yeah, no worries, I will. Like, thinking, fuck, it's pretty far-fetched, but okay, like, I'll do a handstand, up on the podium. If I get there, I will, no doubt. And then I was up on the podium next to Andy, and I did the handstand.
Proper sending it.
It was so nuts. I mean, Andy needed a 10 to beat me in the final, and he got a 10. AI.
Oh my gosh. So that's how that went down.
AI is nuts. Just crazy AI ability just schooled me in the end. Just gave me a free lesson. But I think just I picked the wrong waves, and Andy just turns and barrel combo was just he was nuts.
What do you reckon? What do you reckon for headspace? Because I mean, even having a runner-up at Chopes and then getting injured, and then runner-up at J-Bay, for you, what did you ever think on that? Think back on where your mind was at when you were competing, if it was different in that time, because that's a hot moment right there to double final.
Well, looking back on it, it was my two favourite waves. So I got there early. My motto was be the first one there and be the last one to lead. So I get to the place early and I want to be the last one there,
That's cool.
And just the passion of how much I love the wave at Chopu.
Yeah.
There's nothing fabricated. It was just pure froth, surf stoke. Focus on the wave and the surfing rather than the outcome and results. And I think that's why, looking at it, reflecting back. And then the wave at J-Bay backside. I used to go there early days with Ock and with Derek Hine through Rip Curl. And
yes.
It was such a special wave for me that I think I just really focused on that and doing my best surfing on those waves, and then the results kind of just happened,
But I was curious too, because I know when you came to San Clemente, you were connecting with the community. Like, you'd stay with Rusty Long, you'd always have friends around you, and I know in Tahiti that was a big part of your program there. Like, do you find over your time on career, because you were traveling for quite a while with the tour, you must have grown to love specific locations and the waves, but I wonder if that played a role in it as well.
Yeah, I think having that, that you talk about with the football players, and it's the time at home and who you surround yourself with, and the off water kind of how it's going for you at home is a reflection of how you are in the water kind of thing. So I just used to always try and I think through traveling and surfing Rip Curl, I got a really good network globally, and it just kind of put you in a good routine. You knew where the best banks were, and you get dialed in on the local insights and the local food, and just the right people to be around, and where you need to go get your board fixed, or is the right guy, just that plug in.
Yeah.
And that's the real joy that we have as surfers, and I think having those sorts of people around me, early days of Rip Curl, and just sort of being told, hey, at 14, 15, you got to go just catch this plane there, and then there's going to be these people meet you, and you're going to stay they've got a dog and they've got a spare kennel. You're just going to stay in the kennel. You work it out. Like, hand on my feet and work it out and just kind of just fly by the seat of my pants a bit. So I think it came naturally to kind of connect with people, and you know, that's what I really cherished about the tour, was connecting. And my dad was big like that, you know. It was about the people and having that connection and the camaraderie and just all being in it together.
Dude, I swear you are a people person. Like, that's what we noticed when we met you. It's, you know, especially on the QS when we were all hanging, you have friends in every situation, every walk of life, every corner of the earth. We're like, Hoggy literally could go for president if you were, whatever, you know, like, but it's really cool. So we took it to heart, and it's always eye contact, and like, there are some universal languages that I feel like you really truly embody, and you make people feel good. So it's cool. I didn't know if that came over time being on the road, or if that was just something that was kind of instilled into you.
Yeah, listen, man, thanks for the compliment. I think it stems back to my dad again, too, my mum and my dad.
That's cool.
And just, yeah, like traveling early. I think Poncho Sullivan, too, definitely. He was such a good mentor and role model for me early days in Hawaii. And when you went and stayed, you know, because he was sharing the places like Luca Burgess and Love Hodel and stuff, and Noah Johnson. Early days, yeah, like just share house, and I'd just go and stay on their couch.
What a crew!
It was like, you know, Ponch would, you know, I would do the dishes and stuff, and take the rubbish out, and get the boards out of the car, tie the boards on the roof, whatever, you know, like just the grind duties. And yeah, just Ponch had so much respect and stuff. Like he was gnarly, but he had that respect and the aloha spirit about him, and I think that rubbed off on me over the years too.
I mean, even the whole crew right there, like that you just mentioned in Hawaii, that's basically guys who were walking the walk and living it. It seemed like they're all very nice guys, but they surf hard. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
prove it in the water.
They were gnarly, but they had that kind of real genuine, like I said, I guess like the aloha spirit embodies it.
Yeah.
None of the chaos, you know, like the bullshit, just really great people.
Dude, you're the man. Hey, we kind of got lost on thought there. I'm sorry, because we were going to talk about Feral Kingdom for a minute, weren't we?
Yeah, that's right. Only for the people that want to hear about Feral. That's how these live things go, though, right?
I love it. Dude, we learn a lot. Like, you're speaking the knowledge.
I think the Fiji story kind of, it took up some of the space.
I'm so glad that you laid that to bed, because it's urban legend, Hog. Like, a lot of people are... I had a lot of people be like, dude, if you don't ask him that question, like, this is not happening.
Hey, brother, there's a whippersnapper over my back fence. Is it wreaking havoc right now?
No, you're good. Is the neighbor doing some yard work?
The door down. Is it loud? Can you hear it?
No, you're good. You're totally fine.
Freaking neighbors.
You were saying, though, that you guys were cutting down a tree and doing some, like, loose leaf tea off of it or something?
Yeah, I can tell you, just, like, trying to get a little bit creative, like, with all this downtime, you know, and, yeah, my neighbour had, like, this overgrown olive tree, and I don't know if you can see here, but I got some, like, white, up to old habits here, drying out leaves.
Dude, this is epic!
This is some olive leaves from the tree over the way here that we're drying out, and they reckon if you, like, just dry it out in the oven at 120 degrees for, like, 10 minutes, it's insane tea. If you put it with some, like, ginger and maybe some lemongrass, and, like, that's a little bit bitter, but...
Whoa.
So, yeah, I just thought, well, look, I've never done that before, and it's there, and so a couple of my neighbours have got a little tea-making contest happening, so you can do the best homegrown herbal.
Dude, it's kind of, it's fun connecting with, like, through things like that with the downtime, like all those challenges and whatever, but it's just cool to stay connected to friends, like even this, like a FaceTime or whatever.
There's lots of cool stuff come out of these times, you know. It hasn't all been bad, so definitely been good to connect like this and use technology. The next thing I wanted to show you.
Yes, what is it, dude?
First ever, I kind of got inspired from your brother with the sourdough. You know, when he posted on the sourdough that he made, I was like, that is so sick.
Yes, dude, he's tuning in.
Dang doggy. So anyways, I started making some kombucha. My lovely neighbour over this side this lovely lady, Lynn, she helped me with one of the scobies, and I've never done it before, so I'm like a total rookie, but it's in here.
Dude, how gnarly. Those scobies look so...
We need to put in today, so we're gonna start doing some kombucha batches. So
yes,
a couple little things, and I've been baking with my daughter and just trying to do some different stuff,
Dude, who are you? This is insane. You're on like a Martha Stewart scent, like kombucha, baking, like this is the good stuff.
I know. This, it's fun. It's getting a little bit creative.
No, it's perfect.
So my little daughter's set up. We just cruise around in the little kiddie van things. This is our pimp I ride.
What? Whoa!
So we don't have to jump in the car or nothing. We're doing the social distancing in this guy.
Oh, you're the man. Hoggy, this is so sick.
And what else can I show you guys?
Dude, what about the boards? Like, let's dive in on some of the quiver.
Yeah, I mean, when I left Sydney, I came up here with my little daughter. I had a house at Narrabeen back in the day, and I stuffed all these boards under the veranda because I thought I was going to be there forever, right? Things changed. I had to move out. Anyway, we pulled out these boards, and they ended up, guess how many boards are under the house?
Dude, I don't know.
This throws something out there.
20. Give me 20.
Keep going.
Give me 50.
There was freaking 77 boards under the house.
Oh my surfboard drive, dude. You got a museum.
And not just like high performer, like just all sorts of different ones from like over the years, and different contest wins are like a lot of mix and powlies and just special boards, So it's kind of like I've been like a nomad, moving around heaps of changes in my life, and so I haven't been able to drag them all around everywhere. It just hasn't physically been possible, like. So I just tried to hold on to. I've probably still got about 40 of them, and the others kind of went to select people. And there's some at Matty Granger, my good buddy in Sydney.
Okay.
MG.
Yeah, I met him.
He's got a bunch in his gym, like my Tahiti 10 board and my 10 at J-Bay, and a couple other boards, just for inspiration for people at the gym to kind of.
Yep.
The boards are there, so that's cool. I know they're safe. And some of my real early alohas that I learned to surf on with like the double grip.
Oh, dude. So Dane literally wanted me to ask you how you went from riding double grip alohas to you didn't really ride grips much after. What happened there?
No, I think I just might have been ox influence, like just I don't know how that happened. I think I really appreciated and really got off on the clean line of the board, and I didn't want anything kind of on the deck to like at the back there. I think that was what it was about.
Rad. Yeah, I was tripping on that too.
I wasn't much of an air guy, so I think like Parko and like Taj and those guys had the tail kick. I was just sort of like, that's for the air guys. Like I didn't really.
Dude, it's such a clean look. No pad is such a dreamy look on the board, but I mean, when you're trying to get your air game.
See the outline, and I was always about that. Like I'd get a new board, and I just want to surf it a couple times with no logos, just nothing else. I was clean just to get to feel it.
Yeah.
Get a real good sense. And like my dad was, I'd get in trouble because I was getting paid to surf, and I was meant to have stickers on my board, and I'd try and, Dad, just want to do surf. I just want to, he's like, son, like pull your head in, they pay the bills. Whatever. I'd sneak a couple of surfs down the beach at Narrabeen, and then I'd put logos on it. So I think it came from that.
That's
wanting the clean line and appreciate the shape. Yeah.
Hey, so how did the hog logo come about?
The hog logo, I was riding for Chile surfboards.
Oh, yes.
He was on a rib curl blanket.
Yes.
He was the shape of a rib curl. And then there's actually a photo up here. I don't know if you can see that there.
Oh, yeah.
There's a Chile.
Yep.
And there's a hog logo in the middle. Anyway, so we wanted to do a hog model. So that's how it came about, the Chile surfboard hog model. And I remember Fanning had his little Eugene with the
yes, like the little grommy kid. Yeah.
With the flames around it. So I think I kind of stole a bit of that inspiration and want to do something similar, kind of like show my personality, but with a bit of attitude too,
Yeah, that's so cool. It's so perfect.
It ended up being, I'm just outside now. Got my boat here, so I've got an old logo on the boat still here in my tinny. That's
it. Yes, that's so it. Oh my gosh, that thing is iconic. Holy cow.
That thing stayed there. One on the back too.
Is that the good luck sticker on? Like, tell me how many fish that boat's caught.
I don't know. Probably not that many. I'm not the best fisherman, but I love it, so whatever.
Dude, that rocks.
But yeah, brother. What else is in here? Like I said, most of my stuff got damaged, or it's at my mum's place. She's got quite a bit of stuff there too. But we have these old light boxes from Rip Curl I used to make.
Wait a minute. Wait, is that you? Is that you as a regular foot? No.
No, is it back to front?
Oh, you know what? It is back to front. I think I actually remember that shot. That thing was like big in San Clemente. Because you always remember the Rip Curl store.
The light boxes, so...
oh, yeah.
Down in the Maldives, we went right down to the southern atolls. No one had been down there, and we took like a seaplane down. It's like early days in the Maldives.
Is that a search trip?
Search trip.
Oh, wait, is that when you're like this on the boat, and you're over the like top of the boat trying to paddle it? It's like that small...
Trying to paddle it? Something like, yes. I think it was that scene there.
Yes.
I was on that trip with Powley and Ted Grambo, and we went right down there, and Cluffy from Aloha showed me these boards with like square rails. They were like just this different, real boxy rails. So that was that board there, this green one.
Hog, who do you think on those trips was pushing your surfing the most? Like, I mean, that's a heavy crew. Powley, you were with, I mean, Neko's pretty nuts too. Davo, Tom, Franco.
Yeah, I think Poncho, just how hard he would turn, man.
Yeah.
His laybacks and his power, he was nuts.
I know. How nuts. It's so unique. Like, a Poncho carve when he throws the, like, front arm, like, up. He, like, jams. Yes. What is up with that?
I don't know. Poncho's the master, mate. He's so fit and gnarly, too. Like, he's such a nice guy. You just knew when he took off, like, what was going to come, there was no, like, he might just read this one and see how it goes, or...
No.
Every wave, first wave of the session and the last wave of the session, there's so much water, too, and he always rode bigger boards, but Davidson, too, his talent, I think Chris was, like Slater level, like he, a little bit, obviously unmanageable, didn't have the focus and the drive, but Chris, to read a wave and to surf a wave and the talent riding a surfboard, far out. He was the best.
Dude,
he was so
he
front
was
side, backside, just natural.
Yeah.
He was cool. And then, there's all kinds of guys, really nice, different reads on waves, like Raph and Zane Harrison was gnarly too back in the day. Raph and Harry.
Dude, Zane Harrison, holy cow.
Yeah, he was nuts.
What about Dame Beaver?
Beaver, his style was so low. He's like a cat, mate. So slinky and amazing. Just almost like a herring, like a goofy foot herring.
Yeah.
Super low power base and just, riding Greg Weber boards, just always in the pocket and just styling out. And always in the pit.
So how did like, because you guys did a whole bunch of trips all over time, like how did the whole idea of the Search series come about?
I guess Derek Hind and Sonny kind of be the masterminds behind it. I would just go on the trips, really. I can't really share too much on how it came about.
That's pretty cool, though. I didn't know.
A story would be good to watch on that. But I just remember Derek Hind and Sonny being the creators, of the content and being in California and going through some of the script and a lot of the movies and how it's going to play out and the editing and the music and just being a part of that. I remember just being a young Grom, sort of sleeping on Sonny's couch, seeing I got to set up an editing studio at his house in Encinitas, somewhere there he was. Derek Hind is kind of, I don't know if you know, do you know Derek?
I've only met Derek a couple times.
Pretty like eccentric guy, really gnarly, kind of really crazy sort of mind. He had the house at J-Bo with the slide going through the house.
That's where I met him. I got to see his house there, and it's mind-blowing. I mean, he himself is so attached to surfing and gives so much to the culture of it. It's insane.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, it was rad. Those early Search days, it was like, I remember getting to Africa, and I was 15, and Derek had this old Mercedes-Benz that was getting some work done up in Johannesburg. And so, because I was with him, he made me drive a hire car. He drove his old Merc, and I had to drive the hire car behind him in case he broke down.
And you're 15?
I was 15. Didn't have a license, right? I'm in Africa, and I'm driving from Johannesburg down to Jeffreys.
How long is that?
It's a long drive. How many kilometers it is, how many miles, but it's far.
Wow.
The only thing he told me was like, don't speed under the overpasses. That's where the police hang. Go slow under the overpasses and make sure you slow down.
That's so... That's lit.
Crazy. You know, I was like 15 and driving all the way down. So I remember getting to Port Elizabeth and like in the middle of the night, and the like salt from the ocean got on the windscreen. I was like, oh fuck! Finally, I think we must be near the ocean. So I drove down from Joburg.
You must have been tripping, dude.
D8, just gnarly. And then we got to his place, and he did the whole North Shore thing on me where I had to surf all these like longer boards down.
No way. What?
My hospital wouldn't let me ride my boards that I bought. He's like, nah. Made me ride all these old parishes and different shapes. I just remember the parishes the most, but legit, like, had to surf the like 8-6 down and the whole deal at supers and sleeping in these little tunnel things in his house. He had these like pipes looking out down at different sections of J-Bay, this little cabin, this little side house.
But I wonder too, Hogs, because I mean, it is North Shore like, but you connected with that wave, and I almost wonder. He always, when I was there and I met him, he was saying you shouldn't ride a board under 6'4" ever, and it's interesting. He has watched it so much. He just said that the lines you can take on a longer board, especially backside, are easier to attain and gnarlier. Yeah,
I mean he had so much knowledge and there was so much to back what he was saying.
Dude, that's so rad. You're 15, just tripping. Like, what?
Yeah, exactly. Like, he used to go into Cluffies at my shapers at Brookvale in Sydney, and he'd try all sorts of stuff, like put a massive back fin, like design my boards to have like a massive back fin, like a single with two little sides, just to try and help me with like driving out my turns and using my rail more. And he just kind of brought that old school on board design into where I was at, like kind of mentored me a little bit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was crazy. I've been under his wing because he'd like, same thing. I was in Rhode Island, and like for whatever reason, we ended up in Boston, Rhode Island, and he had to peel out to get this flight. So he's like, "You're dropping me at the airport." And I'm like, "Okay." And you're dropping the hire car back. So I'm like, again, I was like 15. I'm on the other side of the road. I'm in this like Ford Explorer or something. Like, the cars were massive in the States compared to what we used to. So I'm in this huge car, and I'm like, got to take the hire car back, and I'm like, on the other side of the road.
Are you kidding me?
I'm serious. And so he got the flight, and I took the car back, and whatever happened, the people I was staying with kept got me, and like I pulled it, but you know, it was just hardcore. Early days, like you just had to work it out, and it was kind of good for me, you know, because later on traveling through Europe and just having to work shit out, and the logistics of the tour, you know, was just. I think he knew big picture was kind of going to be good for me.
But that's what I was tripping. You basically have gotten such a cool variety of everything surfing can offer, whether it's as deep search as you can get. And then your time on the tour, which was, I mean, if we want to call it the golden years or the dream tour moment of the tour, like it's just so raw, like you said, hardcore, but kind of in both realms before things started changing. It's pretty sick, dude.
Yeah, it was pretty gnarly back in the day, but it was cool too, you know, like, you know, we used to play cards to see who would pay for the bill, you know, like stuff like that. You kind of like, I think we travelled more as a group as well, like a lot of the guys would kind of be a pack, whereas I think it's got now where it's sort of a little more professional, which is great, and it's a little more like focused, and so guys have got their own one coach and they can do their own thing, they're on their own program, and it's insane. It's got the sport where it is, and you know, to be that committed and stuff, it's where it's had to have gone, but at the same time, it's sort of lost a little bit of that, the whole group, you know. And
for sure.
Like I was saying, I mean, that embodies it. Used to play cards to see who would pay for the hire car or the accommodation. Or if Mick or Joel went good in the event, like they'd pay for the accom, like it was their shout, like that was a given.
Yeah, for sure.
So it was good to travel with them because they were good lots. It was sick.
we had whoever got the best.
Buddy, it was winning.
Yeah, sorry, Hoggy, I cut in there. What were you saying?
No, you go, brother. All good.
I was just laughing, thinking that we always used to do on the QS, whoever got the best result, the next place, they would get the biggest bed or whatever. It was like that fun, like, kind of game sort of thing. Created the camaraderie.
Yeah, it works, man, and it's that. Yeah, it just brings you all together, you know, and I think that's why the Brazilians have gone so well lately, because they're like all band together and they got passion and the fire, and they're like, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
They're behind each other, you know. So.
You reckon, Huggy, you would ever go back for some more comps, or what do you think? What's the next couple of years look like?
I'm getting ready for the Masters tour.
What? Yes, dude.
I've got 5 years, so I don't know.
Oh, look out.
I've got a little ways to go. I'm 40 now. So, I don't know, I would love to, I still miss competing and stuff, but I haven't totally closed the door on it, like later, like I think different, you know, if it, like this year, for example, the crew event, you know, the sick left.
Yeah.
I just kind of ironed that one off, or Nias or something, if I had a window and I was able to pull it with work and my daughter, like, it's not a priority, but, you know, go to a sick wave and put a rash vest on and just kind of, you know, I think that was still like an option, but this year, I mean, who knows?
Well,
yeah.
I think that's a great idea. I mean, if you look back at the trials in Tahiti, that was phenomenal. That was fun for people to watch that because you were so connected in that moment with what was going on. Like, it's cool. You're just going to get back to the, you know, to the community when the surf's good and fire up on a couple of heats. Like, heck yeah, I support that.
Well, like anyone, you know, I think getting good waves and to put a rash vest on and have one other person out there, like, who doesn't want to do that, you know?
Yeah.
That's the dream, you know? So.
I love it. Dude, well, Huggy, thank you so much, brother. Can you give us, like, a little bit of, like, get us all feral? Like, what should we expect for the people who haven't actually seen this movie, which would be tragic, but what do you think? What's your takeaway on Feral Kingdom within this Search series?
Well, I mean, it was, the Feral Kingdom movie came about because there was like all ferals coming out of the bush when we'd surf, and it was early days men, so it was just like that's what we all grew like beards, and we kind of got feral on the boat. It was 28 days, and we went from the very bottom of the men's to the very top of Banda Aceh to the very top. We did the whole freaking thing, right?
Oh my
god!
God!
So I'd be in the tin boat going in surfing waves, like trying to find waves with Martin Daly. He'd chuck me out there to be like, go surf this, surf that, try and never surfed this wave before and trying to like work it all out, and then so it was just all documented. So it was just like a real exploration kind of sojourn into the Indian Ocean kind of experience, and people were coming out because no one had seen surfing, you know, like they were just coming out. These ferals were coming out of the bush and kind of be like, what's that, you know? And I think that was Sonny Miller's kind of.
That's so rad. I didn't know that.
Feral Kingdom, you know, because we were going feral on the boat. It was 28 days. Like, it was a long freaking trip. That's a month on a boat, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness.
So we were going feral, and, you know, all the stuff that was going on the boat, and then there was ferals coming out. It was feral. It was feral.
Who was on the boat? Who was that? Was Tom on the boat?
I had, Sonny was filming, and then there was Powley. I shared a room with Poncho, Frankie Oberholzer.
Oh, Frankie O. Oh, my gosh.
Frankie O, just master of creation, just draw the nutsest lines, so creative.
Yes.
Duma Hardman.
He had double astrodeck. He had a couple sections there, fully track topped up.
Exactly. Who else was on there?
How about Boris Letexier?
Davidson. Boris wasn't on that particular trip, but we would always plug in with him when we'd go over to like Reunion.
Cool.
We'd plug in with him over there, and he'd come on different trips on that part of the world, you know, like Madagascar, and we went to Antananarivo, Madagascar. We did a lot of Reunion.
Dude, that's
and,
so...
he would, Bobo was insane too, Boris.
Oh, Bobo. Is that what his nickname was?
Bobo.
Holy cow. Yeah, he's kind of a misto guy in the Search, and I always loved his clips because, I mean, Goofy Foot, obviously, but it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, he had a different sort of a style.
Yeah.
You know, he was nuts in the barrel too.
Bobo. That's so sick.
Yeah.
Hey, well, thanks, Huggy.
Hey, I look forward to watching. I'm going to sit down and watch too because I can't watch the VHS anymore. So I'm going to tune in to the outreach and watch it myself. Grab a cup of tea and brother. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Tanner. I'm so stoked on what you're doing there, buddy. And I think it's important to, you know, acknowledge, the characters and the people that have come before us and keep the legacy going and just bridge the gap for some of the kids that maybe, you know, kind of lost that bit in the middle. And
Yeah.
just keep the tradition going, you know.
Dude, I appreciate that. That's literally exactly what I was trying to hope to do, which is, I guess we grew up idolizing you guys, and then the stories to us were so urban legend and romantic and like surfing rocked, and I just want to make sure the kids coming in the next generation can feel the same way I felt about it growing up. So it's cool. So thank you for sharing the stories and the stoke.
Go on the journey and connect and pass that on to the young grommies at the local beach and the kids coming through too. It's all just pass on what was given to us freely, you know?
Yeah. And so I would ask you, because I do ask everybody that I get to interview, who would you want me to reach out to, like, who would you reach out to? And what video that would you be curious and have a conversation with?
What about Taj Mahal? What about Taj?
So I reached out, and Taj was down, but he's having a child right now.
Taj is the man, and he can talk so much depth and experience. And I mean, he was doing. I remember going to the NSSA titles at Huntington. I was 13. He was doing error versus then. Taj can talk to you about innovation.
Dude, oh, what happened there? Huggy? What was that about? We'll see if we can hear.
Are we back, Ted?
What happened there?
No, I'm walking around, so I probably should just sat in the one spot. Sorry, brother.
Dude, thanks for giving us a tour, Huggy. We love it, man.
Stoked, brother. Keep parenting. I'll hopefully catch up with you soon, mate. And,
yeah, I hope so.
Awesome initiative, what you're doing, brother. Thanks.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We'll talk soon, Huggy.
To all the crew in Cali. Love you guys.
Yes. Thank you.
See you soon, brother.
Okay, see ya.
Right on.
You. Oh yeah, that rocked. That rocked. Okay. So here's what we got here. We got this going down. Gonna make sure that is good there. Zooming in now. Gonna make sure this thing gets. There we go. There we go. Oh. Feral Kingdom, you heard it. Feraling out. Let's play this thing.
Is a fact.
Oh no. Oh no. What happened there? Okay, we're gonna be having a little bit of DVD complications. Come on. Come on. Come on. We're in. Let's go. Okay. Oh, that's such a good section. Okay.
Is a fact. Can you
Can you
define
find
it?
it?